What is up, y'all? Welcome back to the channel. It's time for a Silver Studs update. It's long overdue, and I'm going to explain everything. Let's just dive right in. So first off, it's been a couple seasons since we really dove into things. This past season was great. I'm going to spoil that because you're going to see it right now. That was great. These two seasons here, I think I explained this on a video recently. I want to say it was the last one for the silver team, because I think we had some stuff from 2039. I had an issue with the account. Basically, every time I logged in, it would take like 3 or 4 players, move them to the minors for no reason. Could move them back. Of course, they're out for 14 days at that point. That really stinks. And I know I tried to get some help on it. Some people were saying, hey, if you use the app, that can happen. I wasn't using the app, so I really didn't have any real reason of why it was doing that. Turns out in the midst of 2040, at some point, I found a fix that was working, and I want to say it was a tip from the Discord. I'm gonna download that in a moment because we're into 2042, and I haven't seen any of it yet, so I'm gonna look at it with y'all. I got a tip of like, if you close the app when that happens and then just go back in, it'll reset. So I was like, okay, let's try that. It actually was working. However, even with that, the team was still bad. Okay, so we were still laboring. In fact, let's just go here and take a look. You can see, actually, I think it's going to be a lot of new players, so I don't know if it's really going to show it. Okay, no, some of these players were still here, and they weren't good. They weren't good. So maybe part of it was just being at the iron level, which we're going to see what happens this time around because we're back in iron. And is it just that we've got trouble with iron? I don't know. Anyway, bounce back season last year in stone, 101 and 61. Notice it doesn't say won the stone level playoffs though, because we choked again in the playoffs, which is becoming kind of a thing. And the saddest part was, I also made the playoffs on my other account with the exact same record, 101 and 61, and choked with them too. So that's neither here nor there. Anyway, I made it. Let's see. We won our first series, didn't we? No? Is this even the right thing? Sorry, I clicked on this, and it's a link, right? And I don't even think it's... Oh, yeah, there it is. I'm an idiot. Just ignore me, guys. I'm very dumb. Yeah, no, I lost in the division series. I lost right away. 3-1. And then the team that beat me got housed in the LCS. 4-0. So there's not much on this. I would bring up this, the website that has everything. But it doesn't have everything. It just has the standings and then the playoff results. It doesn't have any other data beyond that. We're better off going here to look to see how everyone performed last year, which was good. I mean, we won 101 games. Wait, hello? Oh, I'm an idiot. We need the level. How do we get that scope? All levels. There we go. There we go. All right, so you look. I still haven't really found a solution at catcher. I mean, I don't know if Surhoff is the solution. He came in late and did well in his 76 games. He was a plus hitter. I don't think he's much of a defender, though. And he certainly doesn't bring a ton defensively as far as his rating. 49 and 61. Wait, why do I have out of 100? I don't care. And Petway, you know, I keep wanting him to be good. I think I'm trying to will this into existence, and I need to give it up. But he has pretty good ability, great arm, speed, can play other positions. I find him as an interesting backup, so I like to kind of keep him on the team. Joe Rudy was his steady self. You can see here that even in the down seasons, he performed pretty well. I mean, he was still an above average bat, but it was a far cry from what he had done in 37 and 38, and then gets back to it in 41, a little bit lesser than 37, 38. But, you know, mid-20s homers, approaching 100 ribbies. He was good. So good rebound there for Rudy. Babe Young finally okay? And I say finally because I've been wanting him to do well for a while. I haven't given him that much time. This is 189 plate appearances, and even the first 20 were good back in 39. But then last year, last season 40. Well, 2 seasons ago now, but 2 weeks ago, he didn't do anything. And I was like, I love this guy. I use him in silver tournaments. I use him in perfect draft, and I thought he'd be great on this team. Well, he finally had a good season. He hit the ball pretty well. He didn't play every day. I think I sat him a lot against lefties. He was only worth 1 WAR, but finally something. Pete Rose just continues to be a stud. That's the long and short of it. I mean, he did struggle in 40, though. He was basically a league average player, 100 WRC plus, 0 WAR. But other than that, he's been awesome. Vidro finally got going with the bat more than I'd hoped, or more than I'd expected, more than I'd hoped. No, I want him to be even better with the bat. But he finally got going a bit. That was nice to see. Our stud here, did he win the MVP? Oh, he won Platinum Stick. Did not get the MVP. Who got the MVP? I think he led baseball in WAR last year, and still didn't get the MVP. That's tough. But he had a 6.5 WAR season. That's fantastic. Big breakthrough season for Arenado. We need more of that. His partner on the left side of the infield, Jazz Chisholm, huge season. Finally kind of outran his strikeout. We got kind of some strikeout luck there, because 23% with a 37 avoid Ks. That's pretty good. And that's, we've played him for, parts of 3 seasons, not that much. But the strikeouts have been present these other 2 years and really held him back. This year he kind of outran it and did really well. Did really, really well there. Hanley was playing, I think, mostly against lefties. He was subbing in here and there. He was just okay. I was kind of hoping for more from him. And I need the bat to really pop off for Hanley because his defense isn't very good. And that's kind of the frustrating thing. Jim Northrup's another guy that I keep expecting more from his bat. And now we're getting on, 1,200 plate appearances? And it's not that good. He's a league average bat in 1,254 plate appearances. That's, I'm looking at somebody who I think should be kind of a monster. And no, he's just not. Maybe I'm overrating him. But especially against righties. Shouldn't he be decimating righties? But he's not. But he wasn't starting for us, so that's okay. Aaron Hicks was mixing in. He's been fine. I don't really have any complaints about him. Mitch Webster, another guy that I've used in perfect draft and silver tournaments, had a little bit more expectation for, but he was fine. A league average player. We'll take that. 1.2 more. And then our boy Rios got back on track. He had some rough seasons. You see here, around 2 wins in these 2 years here. He wasn't even playing full-time in one of them. I think this was the one where he was like, I can't even tell you, like the numbers were so bad against righties that I started sitting him a little bit as much as it pained me. But he got back on track this year. 3.5 WAR, 110 WRC plus, not through the roof. Not quite the guy he was here, but we'll take it. It was good. So the offense was not the carrying, like it's good, right? We have one guy that is like substantially below average, because we'll go ahead and round up for Mitch. We'll put him at 100. Just go with it. So really only Petway was below that. So it's one of those things where it's like everyone was solidly average or above, but the only superstars were Arenado and Chisholm. Everyone else was like pretty good. So the pitching was doing a lot here. Let's go scope all levels, and then there we go. We got last year. And let's look at the starters. We had, Henry is actually our closer, which we'll get into in a moment. So our starters here, we had Cantwell. My boy, I think it was my boy Shreen who told me about Ben Cantwell, and he's just been nothing but excellent. He's just been great. He was one of the ones who got jerked around in the 2040 season, and at one point I think I forgot to even bring him back up, and I kind of threw my hands up on those 2 seasons, and I still should have done an update video, let you guys know where it was. I'm sorry about that. And the reason I didn't do anything last week, my girlfriend's parents were in town, so my availability was lighter. I was streaming, but I didn't have a lot of time during the days to make YouTube videos. So I apologize on that. We're going to get on more of a schedule where we're getting like 3 updates a week on the silver studs. I'm thinking like Monday and then Wednesday or Thursday and then a weekend day. I don't know. I got to figure that out exactly because, if they make the playoffs, obviously I want to do something on Sunday, but I can't commit every Sunday to doing the playoffs, doing a whole, recording of the playoffs, because that took like all day the last time I did, which was awesome. It was a lot of fun, but I just can't do that every Sunday. Anyway, let's sort by innings here real quick. Cannonball Jackman, he was quite good as well. Fausto Carmona, we went with, we needed to have good defense out there because we went with guys who were going to put the ball in play. We did not have a ton of strikeouts here. Nobody even had a 20% strikeout rate in our rotation, but they got the job done. A lot of good work here. 6 WAR, 5 WAR, 3-3, and then Bassett came in late. I can't remember for who. To be honest, I think Taillon was in the rotation. I took him out, booted a reliever, and I can't remember who, and I'm sorry about that. But that's what happened. Let's look at relievers now. Yeah, Taillon has 96 innings because he started 13 games. So that's what it was there. But then who I kicked out for him, I honestly couldn't tell you. But Cole Henry was pretty great as a closer. Like, I got no complaints here. 3.19 ERA is not amazing. You kind of want sub 3 with a closer, but 102 whip, 26% strikeout. Like, I got no problems here. I got no problems except for the home run rate being a little high. You don't want a home run issue from a closer. It's probably why he has 5 Ls, but I'm happy with what he did. And then who else do we have? Chamberlain walked a few too many guys. Everything else pretty good. Andrew Chafin was excellent. You look at that, 240 FIP. Kevin Rogers. I think this is Kevin Rogers finally having like the year before when it didn't matter. He had his like super breakout year, which was great, but he carried it on last year, which was awesome. Fakak has been, kind of a stalwart for us. Even in like this is how you know that 2040 was so funky, because even Jeremy Fakak was getting wrecked. 394 BABIP was doing him in, probably because the defenders were changing every time I logged in. It was frustrating. But yeah, he still had a 283 FIP, so no issues with him. Bruce Rondon getting a little Tigers flavor in there, Tigers homer. 259 FIP, and then Paul Fry as like a lefty specialist. He was even good against the righties that he did face, because obviously no matter how much you put him in the specialist role, they're still going to face guys from the opposite hand at some point. So the pitching was, I think, what really carried us in that season. So again, just to give a review, we won that one year. That was probably the last video that y'all saw. Actually, let me just look it up. I'm speculating here as if I don't have the internet. Yeah, I can't look it up, guys. I'm sorry. Let's see here. Give me just a moment. It was... where I talked about the glitch. So we did have that after the World Series video, and I explained, and it just continued. And part of it was being distraught about that. I was just like, this is so annoying until I got it fixed. By the way, great. Big shout out to OOTP and the folks over there. They were working with me, trying to figure it out, asking me to do things to say, hey, does this trigger it? Where are we at here? I really, really appreciate that. That was awesome. They went above and beyond to really try to help me fix the solution. It's working, by the way, now. I can log in. I don't even have to worry about the what's it called? The signing out type of thing now. We're going to find out, because we're going to see how we're doing so far in 2042. If I sign back in and it does it, it'd be kind of funny, but not really. We would just close the app and redo it. But I haven't even had to do that. All last week it was good. I don't think there was any times. I don't think there was even one time where I logged in and it did it and then I had to restart. So let's see where we are now. It is 1:44 Central. So we're going to be a handful of games into the season here. And we're 4-3. Okay. That's fine. That's like a decent start. Let's go to the roster management. Don't want to see any parentheses because nobody's been sent out. Okay, fantastic. All good. All good. Let's start with the pitching. We often start with the hitting. Fausto, my mans. Now it's 2 starts, okay? So you know, getting absolutely hammered in his first one is hurting. He wasn't very good in this one either, but it was 3 more innings than the previous one. So he's going to take some time to work that off. I'm giving him some runway here because, frankly, nothing. I was going to say, frankly, Fausto's been pretty good throughout. No, the freak, he hasn't. Okay, he's on notice. But I think we have a good enough defense to turn his ground balls into outs. 467 BABIP isn't going to last. He's getting at least 6 starts, okay? He gets 4 more. He gets to finish out the month, and we'll assess it from there. It's that simple. It's that simple. Ben Cantwell, same deal in terms of ground ball guy. We're gonna put his balls in play, turn it into outs, 302. So he's working. We'll be fine there. Doesn't strike anybody out. Me being such like a strikeout whore, you'd think I would not want Cantwell and Carmona, but I'm using what works here, and I think having a good defense with those guys works. Jackman's doing well. Bassett did well in his first start, so we're all good there. Bullpen is, you know, Tyone and Henry. I mean, if we're not freaking out about guys that have bad ERAs in the rotation, then it's even lesser for relievers because one bad outing they have to carry that for like the next 3 weeks. That's just how it goes early on. So you give up 2 runs early. I mean, really 3 runs in his first 2 innings. He has a 2-inning outing there that goes clean. He's still going to be working it down. So we're not freaking out about that. We're not freaking out about anything yet. It's 7 games in. It is a week into the season. But let's see how everybody else is doing here hitting-wise. Very much a mixed bag. Surhoff continues to hit. Rudy off to a good start. Nobody has more than 1 homer, though, so nothing crazy there. We're running like wild, though. Look at this. Look at this. We've got 10, 11 steals in 12 attempts. Okay. I'm here for that. If you guys can run and be successful, go, go, go. So nothing too crazy. It's very early, but this is a big season because we're back in iron, and you look at that and you're like, well, that's where you hit your roadblock, which, okay, to a degree, we have to own some of it. The changes that were happening, and by the way, like I said, it was usually like 3 to 4 guys, and a lot of times it was the same guys, and that can't all be given away to these records. Like, I can't just say that because that era was happening and I got frustrated with it, that's the only reason that we sucked. It was bad, but there was some different personnel in 39. We've mixed up a lot. We just came off a 101 win season. We got to see where it's going because I want to see, is this the team that we have here? Can they make a run at iron? And if not, we'll make some changes. We've got a lot of interesting players here that we have not given opportunities to, some guys that we have, and we'll figure out some changes if we need to. But we're getting at least a month plus in before we start to worry about that. I didn't even notice that we have 69 players. Nice. So yeah, we're gonna see what's going on with the crew, and we'll make judgments as we have to. Although I will say, I am gonna go ahead and change out Tyone. I don't know why he stinks so bad, because I batting stats. Because I look at the card ratings and I'm like, shouldn't he at least be decent? And to his credit, the FIPs are decent. But on some level, I need a guy who can perform. I can't just look at your FIP and keep giving you credit for that. So I'm going to make a move. Just so we have one move on the episode. I'm thinking Carsey? Well, he got a lot of opportunities because he was on the team when it was kind of a set it and forget it situation. I don't know. Lines is a ground baller as well. Huh. Oh, you know what? Nathan's kind of nice. Let's get some strikeouts into the bullpen, right? Because we don't have a ton of strikeouts on the staff as a whole. Jaba's there doing his thing. Some of our relievers absolutely can, but our starters are not big strikeout guys. Let's get some whiffs on the club here. Let's do that with the Tyone move. So let's Bob Tyone. Sorry, Jameson. reserved. Yoink. And then Nate Jones, I think, disappointed me. Yeah, like, because he didn't strike guys out. 84 stuff, and this is a mediocre strikeout rate. I'm thinking you got to have, I don't know, like a strikeout. Although it has to be scaled because not everyone else is using all silvers. So his 84 stuff going up against guys with, 108 avoid Ks, that can be tough. But I don't know. I'm not going to go to him. I think I might go to Nathan. I think I do want to try Nathan out. He's got the 91. Extreme fly ball is a little worrisome, but it is 69 movement. Ooh, what about Fairbanks? You know what? It's going to be Fairbanks because I also had Tyone in that specialist role. So we'll do that. Whoops. Specialist versus righties. And then set up as a backup role. So he can get into some late game situations. I got no problem with that. By the way, I think I'm blocking it. Let me see here. Yeah, I'm blocking it. But we got about 13,000, bordering on 14K in the bank. After a whole other month, or after the rest of this month, I should say, which is, damn near all of it, we should have some more money as well. We should be probably around 15K. And if we need to make some moves, get into the auction house, we can do that. So I think that's how we're going to approach this. I'm trying to think of my schedule right now. Oh, wait, I wanted to see if Granderson was available. I'd been looking him up. Not for this team, obviously, but I need to go buy this card for my other squad. Curtis Granderson is my favorite player ever, just so you guys know. I know these ratings aren't amazing because he strikes out a little bit. I don't care. I don't care. He needs to be on my main account team, so I need to go get that, but I'm not going to end the video just to do that. I want to also see what's been going on in the silver realm. Any new folks come out? Anybody popping on the market that would be interesting to us? A lot of names I'm recognizing. Nothing crazy. I like to make a joke. I showed my girlfriend. I was like, "This is our dog's favorite player," because we have a dog named Henry. So he loves Henry McHenry. Not really a joke, more of a comment that is pretty obvious, but funny to me. And she laughed, Yeah, I'm not really seeing anything, but we can look at the end of the month when we need to, or into May. Like I said, I'm trying to think of my schedule if I can do an update tomorrow. Oh, you know what? As a Tigers fan, I could be interested in Weaver. You know what? Man, I don't know. He's a good bit worse against lefties. He's another guy who doesn't strike out a lot of guys. Should I do it? I'll tell you what. Y'all give me your thoughts on Jeff Weaver if you've used him, and I'll see where you're at there. Obviously, these won't be there still. I imagine they'll all be gone by the time, even if I do an update tomorrow, unless it's, even if it's literally 24 hours from now, he'd be gone. So there's Weavers in the market regularly, though. Let me know what you think about Weaver. We'll see if we need to make a move. I'm not even saying like get Weaver and automatically put him in, just to kind of have him on the reserve. I actually thought I did, to be honest, but his name isn't red, so I don't. I must have him on my main account. So we'll see. And if there's anybody, I'll kind of do a little slow scale here so you guys can see everybody. If there's anybody in the silver realm that you think I should be looking at, let me know, because I'll at least put them over here on the reserve, because we're going to start trying out some new guys. At one point, and I don't know if it's after this, I'll tell you what. After our next World Series, I'll say appearance. It doesn't have to be a win. Next World Series appearance, I'll wipe the whole team. And we'll just put all new players. I mean, that's a lofty goal. Maybe I should say next playoff appearance. But either way, I'm gonna go ahead and wrap it here. Maybe Rios would be the one who's. I love Rios. I know. I think I mentioned in every video how much I love him. You guys are like, shut up, dude. We get it. You're obsessed with Alex Rios for some reason. You dork. But yeah, I think that'd be fun. Maybe even if not, maybe the other way. Maybe our next playoff our next non-playoff appearance. So this year we don't make it. Maybe that's the time to do it, right? Because things aren't working. So let's say that. Let's flip it. If we don't make the playoffs, we do a clean 26 sweep for the following season. So that might make some of y'all root against me because you want to see the whole turnover, but we'll see how it goes. I think we got a chance this year. I like the team that we had. We're sitting 4-3 right now through 7, and we'll take a look either Tuesday or Wednesday with the next update, and we'll kind of determine where we're at. But thank you so much for watching. Sorry it took a while. Hopefully you didn't think that it was over and like, oh, I guess he's done with this. Nope. We got the problem figured out. It's all good. See you soon.